Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me makeup tutorial of sorts, showing you all the products that I bought in the Sephora VIB sale in action. So if you missed my previous video, it was a haul of all of the things that I got at the Sephora VIB sale, which was a lot. So hopefully you guys caught that video. If not, I'll link it up above or down below or something. But now I wanted to test out all the new products. Some of the things I bought were repurchases, and I don't test every single product in this video, but I'm pretty much using most of them. So you'll get to see a lot of things in action and see how they wear. This is my favorite like go-to makeup look I've been wearing the last like almost week now since I got all these products, and I just absolutely love it. So I hope you guys too, and if you want to see those products in action, then please keep watching. I'm going to start out with primer, and I've been loving the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I still have this little mini size, so I'm going to pick some up on my ring finger here to use all over the face, about that much. And then I'm just going to smooth this all over to get a nice prime going. Now that my face is primed, I'm going to prime my eyes with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I just get this on there with a brush to start, and then I'll blend it in with my fingers just because I find it hard to get my nail in this pot when it's so used up. It always gets a bunch of chunk under my nail. Eyelids are primed, and now I'm going to move on to eyeshadow, and I'm using my Lawless The One Palette, and I'm going to go in with this big fluffy Bobbi Brown eye blender brush and this light white shade called First Base, just to set the eyeshadow primer all over on both sides. Then I'm going to go in with my Morphe E40 brush and just take a little bit of everything and complicate it just through the crease here to kind of deepen that up. And just blend this back and forth just to get a little color on there. Now that those base shades are on, I'm going to go in with my Persona eye brush here and take this cool brown shade called Play Cool and just get this on the outer corner mostly, and then buff it through the crease with the remaining, just to kind of deepen up the eye a little bit. Now that I have those shades down, I'm going to take my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Hanky Panky on my ring finger, and I'm just going to put this all over my eyelid. This really doesn't look like anything, but I find that this helps all my shadows kind of last better throughout the day, this shade. I really like this formula, and I think it works just fine on the lid with these darker colors around it. So I'll kind of go over everything, and then later I'll rebuff with that E40, but I just like this because it prevents all the shadows from creasing, and I like to go on top of it with an eyeshadow topper. So this is the Natasha Denona Chroma Crystal Top Coat in the shade Bronze, which is super beautiful, but it's kind of just a top coat. It's not really super pigmented or super glittery like something like a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. Like, they look similar, but this is a lot less intense. So I'm just going to take this shade also on my ring finger and just put this all over the lid. As you can see, it just gives ever so slight bit of shine. I think this is a great everyday like shimmer. I've been wearing this every single day. I just quickly finished off my eye makeup. I added a winged liner using my Maybelline Unstoppable eyeliner and my Kat Von D Trooper, and then I put on CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. So I just did that quickly off camera because I want to focus on all the new products. And the next one is the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I have this in the shade Linen, which I believe is actually the lightest one, and I'm using the Tarte sponge, which I've used a couple times and I actually really like. I haven't found anything that's a dupe for the Beauty Blender, and this I think I like just as much as the Beauty Blender. I think it works just as well, but it's only like $4 cheaper, so what's the difference to spend like $20 or $16 to me? Not that big of a difference, but I'm just going to take one pump to start of this Becca foundation, and you'll see how this blends in. I'm loving this foundation because it's so full coverage but still leaves a really nice luminous finish to the skin, and it also wears really well. I don't think it has 24-hour wear. I haven't tried to keep it on that long, but I think it definitely still looks nice at the end of the day. I have oily skin, so it definitely does get greasy. It's not a super mattifying foundation, but it doesn't look horrible and like it's like separating and bunching up or anything when you wear it for a long time. It still looks nice. It will just be greasy for me since I'm oily. But I think if you have normal skin, this would probably just be like absolutely perfect, or even if you have dry skin, it would probably sit really well also. So I'm just blending that first pump in the T-zone, and then we're going to do a second pump on the cheeks, and I'll be right back. Foundation is on, and I'm just going to go in with my everyday concealer, which is the Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Marshmallow. So I'm just going to apply this under my eyes. And then I'll blend it in with my Beauty Blender as well. Concealer is on, and I'm going to set with another new product. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Lavender, which I was super curious to try. I just love the idea of a purple under eye setting powder. It's just very intriguing. And the like light pale lavender shade of this is gorgeous. So I just knocked some into the lid there. That's probably actually way too much, but that's okay. So I'm just going to make sure there's no creases under the eye real quick. And then I'm going to pick some up on my damp Tarte beauty sponge here and just set under there. And then once I get quite a bit of powder on with the sponge, I'm just going to take this little Real Techniques brush and pick up some additional powder and just sweep this under there as well. To set the rest of the face, I'm using a new powder that I'm super into. This is the Charlotte's Genius Magic Powder Under Eye and Face Powder. This is a soft focusing, light diffusing, loose powder, and I have this in the shade One Fair. And this is actually quite tinted. I love that this has one of these rotating things where you expose where the powder comes out. It's just the best. So I'm just going to knock some into the lid here, and then I'm picking it up with my big La Mer powder brush and just going to set the whole rest of the face with it. I find that this is a really it is truly like a filtering, diffusing kind of powder without it being a mineral powder. It just really gives that like kind of soft focus finish to the skin, and it isn't too mattifying. It just kind of sets while keeping the skin looking like dewy, which might not be something you're into if you're super oily. But for me, I'm oily, but I do like to still look healthy and glowy, so I'm okay with it, even if it's not super mattifying. So annoying, I just forgot to press record when I started talking about this bronzer, but this is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Bronze 03, which I already started applying, and I just absolutely love this powder. I think it really makes the skin look like sun-kissed and not like you're wearing bronzer. I think this is the most natural and like perfect bronzer that I've found. I really, really, really like it. It is a little light. It's not going to give you that intense contoured look, but for an everyday, super beautiful, just like nice bronzy glow to the skin, I've just been loving this. I can't stop wearing it. It just looks perfect. It literally looks like my skin is tan. You'll see once I finish applying it. I think it's just like the best thing. Everyone needs this. And there is different colors. 03 I think is really good if you're fair like me, but there's a few darker ones as well. This is the skin with just the bronzer. I hope you guys can see like how beautiful this looks. Hopefully it looks good on camera. In real life, I think this is just the most amazing bronzer. I don't know why more people don't talk about it. Okay, for blush, I'm going to use the bareMinerals Bounce and Blur blush in the shade Pink Sky, which is just a beautiful, cool toned, super bright pink, which is my favorite. And this also has quite a bit of like shimmer in it. So with this shimmery bronzer, I find that it's just like really gives a luminosity to the cheek. These products, I think, probably not your best friend if you're super oily, but I like it for kind of like a glowy, natural look to the skin. Not that this makeup look is particularly natural, but I think more natural than some. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use the Benefit Cookie Highlight, which used to be only in a Benefit palette that had 6 things, but now they're selling it on its own, and it's just absolutely a beautiful champagne-y highlight. I don't think this is necessarily like that much different or more exciting than any of the other kind of really pale, like pearly highlights that I have in my collection. But I've been wearing it every day since I got it, and I do just really love a nice icy pearly highlight. I think this is really great if you have fair skin. I see a lot of people that are huge fans of this, but I think this is pretty light. Like if you're super tan, this might be a little bit too light for you, I would say. But if you're light like me, you can definitely get away with it. So I apply it to the regular highlighting places, and then I'm going to take a small little shader brush and get some right on the inner corner of my eye as well. And then for brows, I'm going to fill in with my standard ColourPop Brow Boss in the shade Ash Brown. So that's nothing new, so I'll see you once that's done. I finished the brows, and now for lips, I'm using my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine to line first. And then I'm going to go on top of that with my Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW Nude Lipstick. And then before I go over top with gloss, I'm going to set with my Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. And this is the one that has the little gold flakes inside, so you kind of have to shake it up to make sure they get dispersed. But this, I've actually loved this. It's a 24 karat gold infused Hydrate Prime plus Set spray. So you can really use this for anything, any of those options, but I've been using it to set, and it just kind of adds like another layer of luminosity to the skin and makes everything just look so natural and beautiful. I've just been doing 2 quick sprays like that because personally I have oily skin. If you have dry skin, I would freaking load it up and spray this all over. It probably feels amazing. I know this has rosehip seed oil in it, I'm pretty sure, and that's something that my skin just really agrees with. So I love this. It definitely makes you a little bit more luminous and dewy though, so again, if you're super oily, it might not be for you. Final step is going to be lip gloss, and this is the Pat McGrath Love Potion Lust Gloss Lip Gloss. Oh, Love Potion is the shade, and it's the lip gloss. There's a lot of words on here, but it's the shade Love Potion, and it's just this really pearly, beautiful pinky shade. And that's it. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and seeing all of the products that I bought in the Sephora VIB sale in action. I really love these. I think the VIP is definitely this Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. I was really scared of this. I saw Emily and Gemma speaking about this, and she has the shade 4, and I went in store and I swatched this and I was just like, oh, it just looks orangey and like a little dry and gross. But then when I applied it with a brush on my face, it looked amazing. Like the swatch was really deceptive. So I'm glad that I went for it and bought it, and bought basically all these products off of her recommendation because I love all of them, and I've been wearing this makeup look pretty much every single day, and I don't plan on changing it anytime soon just because I love the way this look came out. I also just really love the blush and highlight. I love the whole thing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know this is not really a big deviation from my usual makeup looks. It pretty much looks exactly the same, but this is my kind of everyday makeup look, so hopefully you enjoyed. Please leave a comment down below with your thoughts and let me know what you thought. And I also upload 2 days a week on Monday and Thursday, so please subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss my next video, and thank you so much for watching.